Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the special Halloween edition of the WWF Classic Series. Now tonight... Okay, anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is October 25th, 1998. We are in Paris, Nevada at the MGM Grand Garden Arena and...
Surprise, motherfucker!
Fuck me! What the... Alex, you motherfucker! What the fuck are you doing in my house again?
I broke the window.
Oh, again? Seriously? You're costing me fucking shit ton of window. What are you doing with a knife?
I don't even know how the fuck I got the knife.
Put the fucking knife down, dickhead. Not like that, you... Fuck me, now we're all going to the fucking hospital. Anyway, get your fucking ass in here. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Monk, again, breaking into my fucking house. Now, since you're here, fuck it. You wanna be here for the Halloween special, do you?
What?
Yeah.
At the end of the month?
Yeah, Stop fucking breaking kayfabe! That was for the fucking window. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we were here on October 25th, 1998. It's Paradise, Nevada at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. 10,663 fans witnessed a night where good battles evil. Fucking somehow, and you need a Snickers. It's WCW Halloween Havoc. Pump the brakes. A WCW pay-per-view? Yes, WWF technically doesn't do a Halloween-themed pay-per-view. They do whatever the fuck they want to do. So technically, I have to go to WCW. Alex, what do you know of WCW, my friend?
Not a lot.
Well...
And I've already had some nuts before I came out.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, well, you're in for a treat. You get to see the rematch from WrestleMania 6. Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior.
Which, I will not remember this at all.
Alex doesn't know. You are about to enter hell.
But wait, I'm already in hell, and I dragged you down with me.
I'm already there. Anyway, Superman. Anyway, let's watch the first match. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Alex is just off camera just for 2 minutes. He's rolling a cigarette. But, ladies and gentlemen, I get to talk about one thing that WCW actually did, and Alex doesn't know about. I get to talk about the Renegade, aka the Renegade Warrior. So, back in the day, when Hulk Hogan came into the WCW, they wanted to get all the big names. So, when Macho Man went down, Mean Gene went down, Knobs and Snads, the Nasty Boys, went back to WCW. They wanted the Ultimate Warrior, so they called him up and said, look, we want you down in WCW to make money with Hogan, blah, 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 here's what we're offering. Warrior says, no, I'm not doing it because it's WCW, it's Hogan, blah, 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 fuck you all. So what WCW think about is, well, we can have our Warrior, but it doesn't have to be Warrior. So what they've done is they took a driver, I can't remember who, but I know it was a driver and a bodyguard, and turned him into the Renegade Warrior. So basically they built this big surprise of that the Warrior was coming, but it turned out to be the Renegade Warrior. So around the time as well, Warrior was actually out of WCW. He was actually out of wrestling completely. He wasn't in any wrestling promotions at all, if I recall. So basically, Warrior did an interview saying that, no, he wasn't in WCW because, amazingly, there were some people that actually thought he was in WCW. You can easily tell it's not fucking Warrior. Easily. And basically, so then he lost credibility. Plus, he was not a bad wrestler. He was a good guy, but a very bad wrestler. He actually had genuine thoughts about not wanting to be a part of this gimmick. He didn't want to be it because it was lying, but the money was too good. So then, when the Warrior did come into WCW, so he left WCW, but when the Ultimate Warrior actually came back to WCW, it was at Fall Brawl the month previous of this event. they actually had the Renegade back to portray the Ultimate Warrior, so then they could do the old switcheroo with it, the old switcheroo. So that is basically the idea of the idea of the Renegade. Unfortunately, he would commit suicide. Unfortunately, a few years later, due to a disagreement with his then girlfriend. But to be fair, he was people were said that he was nice. Quote OSW review because they go more into detail about the actual Renegade. I'm just giving you the quick version and to give Alex the quick version about what's going on. So our first match is Chris Jericho versus Raven for the WCW Wrestling World Television title. Let's watch that. Also, guys, just before we got onto it, we had the Nitro dancers, the Nitro girls. One of them would be a hidden Rebecca Hickenbottom. And now we've got the promo with Rick Steiner and Bob Backwell teaming up. One moment.
Bless you.
Thank you. So this would be a year-long feud between Rick and Scott Steiner that would culminate, I think, at Starrcade. I'm not entirely sure. We'll double check. But yeah, we're just going to get to the match now. And Alex is still here. Say hi.
Hello.
He's still there. He's just off camera. But he will come on camera to talk about the matches. So we've just seen the Chris Jericho versus Raven WCW World Television title match. Raven wanting to not start the match and not be a part of the match. Jericho basically taunted him into the ring. Very good backwards and forwards match. Raven also been on a losing streak, tapping out very quickly and stuff like that. I think it was a good way. What did you think of the match overall?
It was a good match, but there could have been another minute or two added on to the match.
Well, yeah, but this is a 12-match card, so there's got to be short match. There's got to be matches that feel short, and there's got to be matches that really shouldn't be fucking in matches at all. I genuinely like this match. I gave the idea to Alex, who at the time, Heyman now and Raven in his prime. Who would win a battle of promos? And you did say Paul Heyman. I actually would think it was... I genuinely would think it was Raven because Raven's promos were damn good in this era. So, guys, comment in the comment section below. Who do you think would win a battle between Heyman and Raven? I think Raven. He thinks Heyman. Next up is Wrath versus Men. Yep, that is a horror story. Okay, so we've just seen Wrath versus Men. A pretty big, hard-hitting big man match. What did you think of it, Alex?
To be honest, it was actually not too bad between both heavyweights.
It could have been a lot worse, I thought. It could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better, I think. Oh my God, look, Hector Guerrero. Doesn't he look like Eddie?
A little.
Well, he's fucking... That's his... Oh, no, it's not Hector Guerrero.
Oh, you got it wrong.
Oh, God, if many people... Oh, God, I know who that is, but I can't think of his damn name, but, yeah. Yeah, I fucked up royally. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get accused of being a racist now, fuck me. Yeah, fuck off. But yeah, I thought it was an okay match. Not the best match of the card. But to be fair, the shortest match of the night is coming up very, very soon. Anyway, so next up it's Disco Inferno taking on Juventud Guerrero for a #1 contendership match. Basically, the winner will receive a WCW Cruiserweight title match, which happens on this fucking night. So let's watch it. So, we've just seen Juventud Guerrero versus Disco Inferno. #1, his shoulder was up on the mat, which was bullshit. Anyway, well, we'll stick with that for both of us. It was a really good matchup, especially I love the part about...
all the high-flying moves.
Well, not only that, but Disco picking up Juventud and spinning him around and then literally going, right into Disco. Right into
his balls.
Yeah, right into his neck.
And then now...
we literally we did the damn scene from Friday. We literally did that. It was hilarious.
And then
literally.
Inferno got it in the balls off the top rope.
Yeah.
And now they won't have kids ever again.
Yeah, they won't have kids because their kids are dead. But yeah, I mean, it was a good opener. I think the cruiserweights were definitely some of the better parts of WCW around this era, especially near the end of WCW's lifespan. Well, because at this point, Juventud would go to WWE once his WCW contract ran out. Disco would go to NWA TNA with Jeff Jarrett when that company started. Rey Mysterio naturally went to WWE. The majority of the WCW cruiserweights did go to WWE, which is which I think it's a good thing. And now we've got the Nitro girls looking like Skull girls.
Damn.
Because women! I don't fucking know.
A lot of sexy women now would love.
They wouldn't actually do. Oh, fuck no. Anyway,
no.
Can we talk about the Hogan promo?
Yes, we will talk about the Homo promo.
Oh.
I mean Hogan promo.
Hogan promo, dickhead.
I misled on the Homo promo thing from Yu-Gi-Oh.
You see what I got to work with? Anyway,
your ugly mug.
Yeah. What did you think of it? The Hogan promo happened before Wrath versus Men, but what did you think of it?
To be honest, it was not too bad.
Not too bad. It was fucking terrible. Now we've got
more onto the shit side. Not too bad.
Hogan's promos were always about him being coked up, and he's just not putting. I just don't think he was put much into tonight because it was a rematch from WrestleMania 6. Ladies and gentlemen, this was voted the worst match of 1998. I didn't actually tell Alex that bit. Hogan vs. Warrior was the worst match of 1998 by Pro Wrestling Insider. So now you can tell just how shit it was. So yeah, we're looking for a treat, and you're looking. And ladies and gentlemen, you get one of my very special rants because I actually do rants on Facebook. I used to do rants on Facebook, not YouTube. So you get to see a very special rant tonight.
Can you tell me about one of your special rants now?
So basically, if you haven't seen them, years ago I used to basically type. It actually started with the Miley Cyrus when Miley Cyrus, two of Miley Cyrus's fans got into a fight, and that's where all the rant started. And also, Satoru Iwata passing away, and a lot of people basically shitting on him, saying that he was a family company. Yes, Nintendo is a family company because they started out as a family company anyway. So that's where the rant came from, and every year I actually post it back up onto Facebook because it's such a memorable rant for some people. So we now got a Scott Steiner promo, yay! And then we'll have Alex Wright versus.
Boring, to be honest.
Yeah, they are boring as fuck. In TNA it was a bit more lively, but in WCW it was fucking boring.
Boring.
So next up is Alex Wright versus Fit Finlay, better known as Finlay. Let's watch. So we've just seen Alex Wright and Fit Finlay, and I'll let you start with this one. What did you think?
To be honest, it wasn't too bad, but to be honest, it was actually alright.
The crowd did start chanting boring, and to be fair, this match was actually a good match. It was a good match. It was a good, hard-hitting match. I thought Wrath versus Men would be hard-hitting because it's Wrath and fucking Men. Men, one of the hardest fucking sons of bitches in the WCW at that time. But this one was a very good match. Fit Finlay was really, really good, stiff and hard-hitting, and Wright just brought back up and fucking took it. I thought it was really good. Next up is Perry Saturn and Lodi, two former members of the Flock. Let's watch this. So we just had the Lodi versus Saturn match. Take it.
It was shit.
I love that. Saturn was facing Uranus, and it was fucking shite. You got anything else?
No.
I love it. There were some good moves, I will admit. Saturn was the good moves. The Death Valley Driver, a T-bone suplex was very fucking crisp. a standing suplex sit-out, a sit-out standing suplex, which I thought was nice. Death Valley Driver got the win. I think he should have won with the Rings of Saturn because that is a damn good submission move. Next up is Billy Kidman and Disco Inferno for the
WCW
Cruiserweight title. Let's watch that match. Okay, so we've just seen the Billy Kidman Disco Inferno match, and to be fair, actually one of the better matches on the card. We've had 6 matches on the card now, and I would actually say that Billy Kidman versus Disco Inferno was the best. Is the best match so far, with Jericho versus Raven coming in a close second. Sleeper of the night so far would be Alex Wright versus Finlay. I thought. What would you think?
To be honest, don't really know.
Yeah,
but they're not bad matches at all.
But you would say Billy Kidman and Disco Inferno was an okay match.
Yeah.
Next up is Rich Steiner and Buff Bagwell. Yes, that Buff Bagwell taking on the Giant and Scott Steiner, who are the tag team champions. The NWO Hollywood are the champions. So,
and if you want to know, the Giant is actually Big Show back in the day.
Yeah, so here we go. Take it, Alex.
Right, we've just watched the tag team match.
So we've just watched Rich Steiner and Buff Bagwell versus the Giant and Scott Steiner.
Which Steiner won on his own without a partner whatsoever.
So here's what happened. So Buff Bagwell, as I said at the beginning, Buff Bagwell was wanted to, basically he turned face the night before this pay-per-view to basically, for some reason. So then he comes back here and teams with Rick to face Giant and Scott to then turn on Rick Steiner. This is why WCW went out of fucking business, ladies and gentlemen.
Language, Timothy.
German, shut the up and carry on. So now we've got...
And now the match continues between both of the Steiner brothers.
So it's now Rick and Scott Steiner, who, for some reason, Buff Bagwell in a JFK mask and suit comes out, smacks Rick with something, and then hits Charles Robinson with the same something to have the bell rang to then have Rick win the tag team titles, and then he's teaming with Buff. This is why WCW went out of business, because this is fucking stupid. What are your thoughts on the combined 13 minutes and 34 second bollocks we just saw?
Well, to be honest, it was good. The match was good, but to be honest, overall, it were complete ball sacks.
Yeah, Rick Steiner, the tag team match was damn good. Rick and Scott Steiner and the Giant, that match was good. But it didn't need the 2 heel turns for Buff Bagwell, because he turned heel anyway, so why did he turn heel again? No, makes no goddamn sense. Why did he have to dress up as JFK? John F. Kennedy, John
Francis Kennedy.
Thank you.
To be honest, I really don't know. It's just a random guess. Francis.
Francis. That's right, Francis. But it did not need the 2 finishers. It didn't need the 2 heel turns. Which is stupid as all nutsacks. Rick and Scott was just idiotic, because it was stupid as hell. And now we've got Scott Steiner, we've got now Scott Hall versus Kevin Nash. One is a raging alcoholic, the other one is a prick. So, yeah, let's watch this match. So this is where the BS begins. Scott Hall versus Kevin Nash. Scott Hall wins by way of countout. What did you think?
To be honest, it was the worst match of all
so far.
But to be honest, Nash should have won that match by pinfall, but he just went to the ref. No, that's it. I've had enough, and just walked out.
I mean, it was a good way. I mean, the promo package was good to start with, detailing the history of the outsiders and stuff like that. But again, I will say this: WCW and logical booking, because that's what they do. Idiots. I'm so happy this company's out of business. Right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be probably either A, the Nitro Girls, or B, the Sting versus Bret Hart match. I'm looking forward to it. Yep, it's the Nitro. Yep, it's now the Nitro Girls. How many times have we seen the Nitro Girls? What?
At least 4 now.
Yeah, 4 times. It's just like WCW to be like, we've got all this money. I know, tits. Because, yeah, proper wrestling.
Well, after this, we do have a singles match for the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship between Hart and Sting.
Please be good. It's Sting and Bret Hart. It is good, right?
It should be good, but we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
What?
Wait, what?
What? Was I asleep?
Yes.
Huh? What the? Okay, I fell asleep. I must have. What did you think of the match? Whilst I have a drink.
It was actually a pretty good match. But to be honest, there could have been a tiny bit more into it.
Well, I fell asleep. From what I saw, it was okay. Sting being knocked out. I mean, what happened, Alex?
Basically, Bret Hart knocked him out cleanly by Sting's own baseball bat.
So another dusty another dusty finish. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have got PWI's worst match of the year, 1998 next. Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus the Warrior. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen...
Boring.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet, Alex. What are your opinions on both Hogan and Warrior?
Well, to be honest, I haven't seen most of their promos.
Basically, Hollywood Hogan wants to avenge his loss to the Ultimate Warrior back in 1990 at WrestleMania 6. Basically, because Hogan won, Ultimate Warrior won the Intercontinental and WWF Championship match at WrestleMania 6. It was title for title. But literally, as soon as the Earl Hebner counted 3, Hogan kicked out, quite literally, because he wouldn't have his shoulders on the mat for any time longer. So he wanted to avenge that loss in WCW.
Wrestling.
So Warrior came out, became the One Warrior Nation, recruited the Disciple, which was Horace Hogan, who is Hogan's nephew, and basically became the second member of the One Warrior Nation. It's like being literally a second member of the One Man Gang. Stupid. So basically this feud is culminating at Halloween Havoc 1998 in, like I say, PWI's worst match of the year from 1998. So let's watch this match and see just if it's bad or if it's really bad.
Right, to be honest, we've just watched the worst match of them all.
I told you it was bad. I told you, didn't I?
Yes.
It is worse than I thought. This is better. This match is worse. It's worse than the Boogeyman and Mini Boogeyman versus Finlay and Hornswoggle for 2006. This is worse than the Mini Royal Rumble. This is, beyond a shadow of a fucking doubt, the worst match I have ever seen in this classic series. Legit. This match is fucking awful. I feel like I have gotten dumber watching this match. And he's pretty dumb. He's dumb. and this match, this fucking... Oh my god, the failed fireball attempt where he starts bleeding, the running, the Horace Hogan turning heel. Oh my god, it's fucking stupid. It's one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen Jerry Briscoe and Pat Patterson in an evening gown hardcore match for the hardcore title on Backlash 2001. This match is worse than that match that I can remember. I probably have to watch Backlash 2001 to remember that match, but as far as I know, that match is fucking awful, and this match is worse than that match. And it doesn't get any better because it's now Goldberg versus DDP for the fucking WCW title. And if we're watching this live, we're watching this on the WWE Network. If we were watching it live, we wouldn't actually be getting this match because WCW, the cheap bastards, only paid for 3 hours. So yeah, so let's just have a sit rep because we're going to do this now and then talk about the Goldberg DDP match at the end. What was the worst match on the card?
The worst match will probably be the match that we
Hogan versus Warrior is the worst match of the fucking night. Like I said before, PWI gave it its worst match of the year for 1998. I would actually give it its worst match of the fucking decade. It was that terrible. What was a sleeper hit for you?
Probably the best match I've seen.
It has to be within the first 6 matches.
Probably
the first half of this pay-per-view.
First half of this pay-per-view.
Definitely. Because for match 7...
I don't have a favourite on the first 6, to be honest.
Okay, so literally basically the first half of this entire pay-per-view for you is what you like.
But I did like the Steiner brothers going at it.
Do you like Rick and Scott Steiner match? Seriously?
Because, to be honest, before they came together as the Steiner brothers for a tag team.
No. They were a tag team beforehand.
But before...
they're brothers, technically.
This one, they did have a little feud in the Halloween Havoc.
Yeah. This is...
it's the Steiner brothers having a feud at each other.
For me personally, the best match of the card is Billy Kidman versus Disco Inferno. I think that was a good match. Sleeper hit of the night, Perry Saturn versus Lodi. I think that match had a lot of good psychology in it. Either that or Alice Wright and Vic Finlay match. So we're going to watch Goldberg versus DDP and hopefully not lose any more motherfucking brain cells because right now I don't have a lot to fucking give. So we've just seen Goldberg versus DDP, and after the debacle of the Warrior Hogan match, it was like Bret and Shawn. It was literally like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. Compared to the bullshit of Hogan Warrior. I'm gonna give my final thoughts. The first half of the pay-per-view was good. It was actually a really good pay-per-view. I was actually thinking Halloween Havoc 98 can't be that bad. And then we watched match 7 and it just went down the shitter quicker than literally a bloody Taco Bell. I can't even make a joke right now. I'm physically drained.
Taco Tuesdays.
And then Alex just goes, Taco Tuesdays. Alex, give your final thoughts, my friend.
To be honest, I'm going to agree with you on that, Peter. The first half was really good. Then it just went down the shitter from there.
The first half of the pay-per-view could have been pay-per-view. It could have literally been the best pay-per-view I've seen, hands down. But just the rest of the card, starting with the Rich Steiner and Buff Bagwell match, it sucked. It sucked ass. Alex, what do you give the pay-per-view?
For the pay-per-view, it was really good, but to be honest, they should have done a lot better on some of the matches.
Yeah, like not have as many damn matches, and definitely not have Hogan versus Warrior. Rating, what would you give it?
I'll probably give it a D on this one. On that one.
Oh Jesus, you're being bloody generous. I'm giving it an I'm giving it an F. I'm actually giving it the worst rating I can give it. F minus. It was fucking awful. If they literally had the first 6 matches on the card and ended it there, it would have been, like I said, it would have been contender for best pay-per-view I've seen. But they've just had the other 6 matches. If you can literally get over Hogan Warrior, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash was shite. Worst match was Hogan Warrior. But yeah, it was just fucking terrible. So, Alex, thank you very much for joining me again. Happy Halloween, guys. And I think the next special... Well, this is the first of the 2 Fat Bastards reviews. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
And we need just another half person, and we have 2.5 men.
And now we just... if we do not get a copyright on this video, I'll be fucking amazed. Guys, thank you so much for watching.
Catch you on the flip side.
And get your game on, guys. See you in a bit.